Hello guys, I'm trying to do a quick review on the Hogue or the G10 grips for a Smith & Wesson J-frame. So first things first is safety, and for all those people out there that want to double check me since I've already checked it, we're safe. Again, this is for my Model 60. I'm doing this video because when I was looking for some grips, didn't seem like there's a whole lot out there for J-frame reviews. So I had to decide between the VZ, the Hogue, just some cheap wood ones, some of the cheap Hogue rubber ones, and ended up going with the G10 by Hogue. First off, packaging is pretty normal. Some people I guess care about that stuff. It's kind of bright in here. So normal, says your Smith & Wesson J-frame, round butt, G10. So came fine. I bought it off of eBay. So to the grips. My original grip was a rubberized Uncle Mike's full-size grip with the 3-finger grips on it. I usually like the rubber grip a lot because it's comfortable and it reduces recoil. This one was not my favorite, besides the fact that it is pretty long and imprinted. I appendix carry, so imprinted, and was very visible and not very concealable. It wasn't too uncomfortable to shoot. I am not susceptible that much to handgun recoil. I am to rifle recoil for some reason, but handgun I'm not, so it didn't hurt to shoot with it, but it never does. But again, it's a full length grip, and it just was too big for my purposes. I'm using this to conceal, and that just wasn't working for me. So I went with the Hogue G10 grips, and they look sweet. I will say that. The color was perfect for my J-frame, my stainless J-frame. As you can see, it came with the screw that's in the middle there. I even like the color of the screw. So yeah, I will say that I am not 100% satisfied with it, and I wouldn't give it a 100% rating due to several reasons. First of all, I had to do a little bit of grinding on the inside here. On mine, I have, the screw here, and then there's another screw actually right there, which Hogue didn't, I don't know, they didn't make a recessed indentation on the inside of the grip. So when I first put this on, right here was a very large, as you can see the gap right here on this one. It was twice that big on this side. Not a big issue, I just ground it down on the inside. The only problem is after grinding it down, I realized that I didn't really like the grips that much, but now I had altered them, so now they're mine. As far as the grips themselves, like I said, they look great, but they are slippery. There is zero texture on this. When it gets cold out too, it almost feels like they become harder and they become more slippery. So I am scared that I'm going to grab it and it's going to slip out of my hands. But when they get warm, they get a little more tacky. And also, I was worried that with water, they'd become even more slick, and it's actually opposite. With water or a little bit of sweat on your hands, they become more tacky, which is kind of a cool feature. I like the Hogue. I would have gotten, or I should have gotten some with the checkered in there, some texture, so it would grip better, and I think that would have solved the problem. The reason I did not go with the textured is I appendix carry, and I was worried having this up against my abdomen there, I was going to rub and scrape, so I didn't get the textured. Wish I would have. My other issue, and this is going to be next to impossible to get on video, but is they do not fit squarely here. And there is a very visible seam. So you can see right there where this back one here is a little bit higher than the front one. I cannot stand that, and it drives me absolutely crazy. Hogue, I think, mentioned somewhere that you can sand it with 550 paper, but I spent 60 bucks on a stupid grip. I think they could make them fit together. But yeah, so there's a little longer review than I expected on my Smith Model 60 Hogue G10 grips. I did, just in case anybody wants to know, put a spray paint a little bit on the front. Looks like they're a little dirty. But tape it off, did some spray paint, really improves the sight picture, as you can see. But yeah, so Hogue, I would give it a 5 out of 10 for this one, just because of how smooth it is. And I mean, if you live in a cold climate, pulling that out of your pocket, it is slippery. But coolness factor, amazingly cool. The colors are perfect for stainless. And kind of neat about how when they get wet, they're actually less slippery than when they are dry. Any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.